Hey there. We're going to talk about work life balance and the worst way to think about a work life balance. It's it's a bad. It's bad. So it's been a while. I've wanted to record these more often, and this light is glowing. It's amazing. I am in a spare bedroom in a condo we rent from my wife's grandma, and this was her decoration and very green, and this matches the paint color. I'm not sure how she got that to work, but it works. But I kind of made it into an office. I've got a desk right here and a window right here, and it's nice. It's nice. I've got like two little hubs that I can work from during any given day. That's kind of nice when you work from home. Instead of just have different areas to work from. But I guess that transitions into what I really want to talk about, and um, so like recently over the past 4 months maybe I've had a really hard time finding a balance between work and life. And it's not that work and life and projects, I guess I should say. uh and it's been a struggle because I'm going through a kind of a transition phase with some things, with some work related things. uh, and project wise, I've got so many projects that I need to be doing, and then actually keep up with, and they're kind of intensive and they take a lot of time. And then life in general, because I work from home, is always in the gray. There's always this gray area of life. Like, what is life? In the evenings, my wife and I might sit on the couch and work on our side projects. Um, with like a movie running in the background, but I've realized that that's not actually like quality time. That's not us being together. And so, in my head, I'm like, okay, how do I? Okay, tonight I am not going to work on projects. I'm not going to work on those because I want to be with my wife. And then projects don't get done, and it's just kind of this struggle that I feel intensely right now. And I had on my list of things to talk about is a work life balance. And when I wrote a little description for how I wanted to approach it, the description that I wrote was take it was something like a work life balance. One is more important than the other, but you don't need to sacrifice all of the other in order to do one. So when I wrote that, I was referring to family is way more important than work. But there's a way to balance it so that family can be prioritized and work can still be done well. And I think there is that balance of sorts, but it really comes down to your season of life. And I read that and I was like, man, I haven't found that balance, and I don't know if I'm ever gonna find it truly. Uh, Especially as like a business owner, those are the thing, or a freelancer or a contractor. I've been all those things. It's so difficult to find that balance. And I just realized, I think I heard a tweet from someone a while ago that the work life balance question, how do you balance your work and your life, is just that it's a question that doesn't make any sense because it's impossible to balance. There's no clear cut way to balance your life and your work. There's no clear cut way. And that question is not the greatest question to ask. You can ask what others do, how they manage their time, and what they do to when they try to prioritize family, or when they try to get all the work done. And you can that can be helpful, but there is no balance. There is no perfect one size fits all. And I'm realizing that, and it's all about the season of life. So I really wanted to talk get on here and talk about where I am at, and I just kind of gave you the synopsis, and give you any encouragement that you might need in your season of life, that there is no such thing as this work-life balance. It's what you make of it in any given season. And this season for me is full of ups and downs, and not having time today versus and not having time tomorrow, and then flip-flopping and working really hard. And it's crazy. Like today is a perfect example. I have not touched any of my work yet or side projects because I've been taking care of things on the personal side. And it's a Monday. Weird way to start a Monday. But I got some travel coming up. And so this whole week has been thrown off. But today's that perfect example of things being totally different at this one day than the next day being all work, all work, all work, all work. And there is no balance, especially if you're in a different season of life. This season of life for me is a lot of that up and down, up and down. Your season of life, it could be perfect. It could be like, this is the season of life that I am feeling so good, feeling so successful in. And that's awesome. That's awesome. And soak it up because it's never usually staying the same. It's always going to shift. And if you are a person of habit, and you do this and you do that and you do this all the time, every single day, that is awesome. And you built those systems. I'm getting a phone call. I'm going to put them in voicemail. So, and you can try to build as many systems as you want. I try to build systems for when I should be working and when it doesn't really matter that I work, or I try to prioritize family time in the evening. You can build those systems, and that's probably good that you build those systems, but you cannot. My main point here is that you can't beat yourself up for any of those hiccups in life, because they're just that. They're hiccups that are going to happen. And I think people get upset when their life gets thrown off. And I'm here to tell you that it's not worth getting upset about. It's worth accepting and going with the flow. I'm a pessimist at heart. I really am. My wife is an optimist all the way. I'm a pessimist. And I don't think I've ever met an optimist until I met my wife. and so I'm a pessimist I'm always like, why can't I get anything done? Why am I not progressing in life? Why aren't these things getting done? And you might be someone who is on it, and that's great. But I'm speaking to the people right now, or I'm speaking to you in a future time where you are going to feel beat up and just done and feel like you can't find a groove in anything that you're doing. And I'm here to tell you that hiccups are part of life. That is an optimist way to think about it. And you cannot beat yourself up for that. You can't. If something goes wrong, you cannot. If you get thrown off schedule, you can't beat yourself up for it. It's not worth it. It's worth saying, okay, this was bad, but here we go. Here we go again. And that's acceptable. And those are going to happen. Here we go. So if you're trying to find a work-life balance, worry no more, because it doesn't exist. It does not exist. And that's okay. That's a good thing that it doesn't exist. It just means that you are going to do what you can with the time that you're allowed. And there's no comparison game that will help you. It's what you can do to do what you need to do. So, anyways, it's kind of short, but I wanted to hop on here and talk about that. I know I haven't put an episode up in a while. I just described my season. It's been crazy. I'm traveling this week, and so I hope to get more out this week. But yeah, we're gonna stay consistent with this, and thank you for following along. If you're watching this, thank you. I appreciate it. And I will see you soon. And I'm gonna soak in all the sun. This is some good sun. Spring is coming. First day of spring was two days ago. And yeah, here we go. Talk to you later. Bye.